Hi everyone, how's it going? Mr. Passion, your winter ready? So we're all getting ready for winter. So this is a grocery. We got it via Uber Eats. It was delivered to our doorstep at home. So I will unpack these and show you guys what we got. Honestly, everyone, I'm quite disappointed with the bottle of water that has arrived. So we deserve to have, natural spring water. It says spring water, but look at the color of the cap. White. Look at the color of the cap bottle that I purchased online. It's supposed to be blue. Now you'll ask me, what is the difference between these? Even in fruits and vegetables, if the tag does not, the barcode does not start with 9, it's better not to buy it because it's got GMOs and other things. So even in our water, because people are putting fluoride and contaminating our basic food, the way it's prepared, it's not natural. We have to be careful. Blue cap on the water bottle means the water is all natural. And that is what I thought I was buying. And look at this, they changed it to white cap. What does white cap mean? White cap means it's processed or it's filtered water, but it's still not the natural one that I wanted to get. Stay away from green. I won't say to stay away. Flavor is added. You just have to make sure what type of flavor it is. So yeah, everybody. So I prefer the blue cap bottled water, and that's what I thought I was buying. But when you buy online, see, it's changed to white cap, which means it's processed or filtered. And let's hope that it is filtered and not processed with some chemicals or whatever. We don't know what is going on, Before, in the pipelines, they used to use copper because copper was a healing metal. They took away the church bells because of the healing frequency sounds of the church bells. They took away the copper pipes. Now you're getting water with the rusted pipes, and they use all these stainless steel and all sorts of undesirable metals, which does not seem to have ideally good frequency. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful with everything these days. So wake up, Even for yogurt, I'll tell you guys, the reason I'm making this vlog is because I haven't bought all the ingredients, but when you go to the supermarket, once you see it, you can't unsee it. You know what I mean? And what I mean is the subtle ways how they try to trick you. For example, Greek style yogurt. You think you are having Greek yogurt, but it is not Greek yogurt. It says clearly here Greek style. How misleading is it? So you have to be very careful what you're buying. This is not Greek yogurt. It is just the style, Greek style. It is not the original Greek yogurt. So this is how they trick you with little things and wordings if you are not careful. Look again, Greek style. It said pot set, but here Greek style. This is not what I wanted. And see how misleading it is. On the website, they put natural Greek yogurt. They took off the Greek style, and it was a bit more pricier. So I thought this is what I'm getting. And they sold me the Greek style. Here, nothing says Greek style because they wanted to get you to buy it at the higher expensive price compared to these ones. So you can see how they are tricking even now. In this basic shopping, you can see it. So let's have a look at these two. What I received, this is what I received. This is what they have advertised, okay, for this high price yogurt. It says Greek style over here, natural yogurt. So it is not even a Greek. It is just Greek style. It says pot set. Everything it's saying here, It says pot set, it says Greek, but here on the website, it says Greek natural yogurt. But what you got the Greek style. How misleading is that? So what is shown is not what you got. Greek style, it's not the original Greek. You need Greek yogurt. This is just a style. It is not Greek. See? So guys, I specifically bought this just to see if at least this one was natural Greek. So it's very hard to find Greek yogurt. You will only get the Greek style. And they will do all sorts of gimmicks to mislead you, saying pot set and all that rubbish with advertisement. But if you can make yogurt, that's the moral of the story. Moral of the story is if you can make yogurt, just make it by yourself using milk. That's it. You don't need a lot of ingredients to make yogurt, cheese and all those. So just make it by yourself, guys. So what's the moral of the story? Get the ingredients, get milk, get ingredients, and make yogurt by yourself so that you know what is going into it. It's the same like when you have fast food, they put all sorts of artificial colors and things like that. When you make food at home, you don't need all sorts of artificial things because you're not impressing anyone. You just want the taste, you want the flavor, you want the ingredients. So make it. These things, you don't know what people are putting into it. It's like going to a fast food store and or restaurant and having it, and you don't know if that restaurant, they are aware of the type of food or they're just putting all sorts of things in there. You know what I mean? Now after all that drama, let's see what else we got. So I got some apples because these days I'm making my own ice cream. So I'll let you know why I bought these ingredients too. So I'm making my own ice cream. So I will put this cottage cheese with apples, you know, and few fruits, and then I'll make that. So see, milk, you have milk, you can make your own yogurt and cheese and ghee and many things with that. Here I have capsicum. So this, I'm going to make a concussion. I told you guys I'm going to freeze it. So I'm going to make a capsicum and tomato blend and freeze it. This is just chocolate with peanuts. I like to have a little bit of sweet after my meal, so just one peanut or so just to give it a light sweet taste. So I just got that. Or you can, if you want to go natural, you can buy peanuts and then you can make that with peanuts and dip it into chocolate and you can make these. But I just bought it. I don't mind that anyway. Whatever. We can't get rid of or change our lifestyle in one go. We can't get rid of everything. We can only try to minimize. So here I've got ginger. Ginger is very good, especially winter time. Ginger, honey, stock up on those. Turmeric, usually I used to buy turmeric powder, but now because they're actually selling turmeric at the store, buy it natural, guys. Buy it if you can get it like this, because then you can make it. Make my concussion. I'm going to put all this into my blender, mix it together, freeze it into little ice cubes. So each curry I make, I will just put one ice cube into it and it'll have all these things. I don't have to make it every time, just once, and it's frozen and ready to be used, you know, because in the turmeric powders and things, again, you don't know what all goes in there. But when I'm making my own and freezing it, I know exactly what's going in there. I'm not putting preservatives or anything. The freezer is the preservative. The freezer is going to freeze it. So I don't need any other ingredients apart from what I need, you know. Whereas if you go to buy turmeric powder, God knows what all they put inside that. This one is dill pickle dip. That is for sandwiches. I want to make sandwiches. This is not chicken. Beef shin. So shin is good because if you're paying money, it comes with minimal fat usually, unlike the other parts of beef, and also it has a lot of collagen and all sort of things, and it has no bones. So cut it, freeze it and cook it. It doesn't take long to cook too. Like, I boil it in water, throw that water. So to boil that, I will be using bicarb soda because that will tenderize the meat, and also it will remove all the heavy metals or some things, you know, chemicals and things. It's always good to soak your fruits, vegetables and all in bicarb soda, vinegar. You just need a pinch of bicarb soda and it will take off all that. I got this roti. I wasn't sure about this ready-made roti, but I just bought it, 30 pieces. Again, I have this chicken breast diced, so I'll just put it into my food processor once I boil it, and then that can be used to make sandwiches. So filling for sandwiches. Instant noodles is not good, but once in a while, in moderation, why not? We grew up eating those when we were kids. Now this is going into my spice concussion. Again, I will be freezing everything once I make it, because I will be putting ginger, turmeric, garlic, bay leaves, and I will be making a concussion. So I won't put all of them, but I will put sufficient enough. So bay leaves will go into it. So these are all the spices I will be using in my cooking. Paprika, that's the Hungarian sweet version, not the smoked one. Star anise, you can put this into rice when you're boiling rice and cook it. I will put one just to, because when you grind it, it tastes bitter. So I'll put one into my mix. But yeah, Dettol mostly for washing clothes, the floor, everything, and even vinegar I use now, because I'll show you guys what I bought. You see this, guys? So this is like, you know, the weed. You put the weed, you spray the fertilizers and pesticides on the plants. So I bought this one thing. It's on eBay. You get it for 30 something dollars. You can spray your floor and everything with vinegar and some disinfectant and soap, and then, you know, give it a good wash. You can you can put it on your walls and wipe it. So vinegar is good to kill mold. If you read about mold toxicity, you will know, especially if mold is there in your toilets or any damp areas, you will know even breathing mold spores is not good. So vinegar is the only thing that's natural that kills it, which is safe for you to breathe. But don't breathe too much vinegar. Nothing in excess is good. You need to vacate your house after spraying it for a while. But yeah, overall vinegar is good for killing mold. The only thing that is natural that is good for killing mold, and you don't want to be living in a house smelling mold. So once in a while it's good to wash your house with some vinegar and rose water and things, and you'll get that refreshed feeling. These ones also, I heard they're not that good, but once in a while, why not, you know, in between. This is my favorite peanut. Again, we can't go all natural, but we can try to avoid what we can. Cherries are not in season, so I only got them in cans. I will be putting it in along with the apples to make my ice cream with the apples and cheese, because I got the silicone molds to make ice cream, and that will be a good dessert, because I told you guys, after having food I like to have a little bit of sweet. Nutmeg will go into my blending mix. Don't put too much nutmeg. I might just use only one out of this, so they will last quite a bit. And I got cardamom, so we can take the seeds from inside the cardamom and again grind it, and cloves. So I'll be mixing all these together, and then I will freeze it with the ginger and garlic and what's the other one, turmeric and everything together. And I've got this. I've not tried this herb before, so but I'm going to use it. And I have sumac. Sumac is Mediterranean, I think, and also ground paprika. This is a smoked one. This is tuna and beetroot. So beetroot with vinegar, I like to eat that like a salad. And tuna I usually use with mayonnaise as a filling for sandwiches, especially when you're out and about, you need sandwiches. So that's why we got a lot of bread. And this one, saffron, will go in along with my mix. So saffron, $16 for 1 gram. That is the most expensive thing for one item in this whole grocery, apart from meat and things like that. Again, vinegar mostly to clean everything, clean vegetables, meat, your house. You need vinegar. You can dilute it with water, and I'll also add some rose water to just give it that essence. Everything is energy, everything is frequency. Coconut water, the best I can do. I can't be bothered breaking open coconuts. Being winter, I usually just buy and keep this just in case if we need it. We don't need to run last minute to the shops. It's just there. So some vapor drops, menthol sweets, you know, just for refreshing during winter. This is just tweezers to do my eyebrows and shape my eyebrows. That's a big task, everybody, shaping eyebrows. Onions and red pickle mayonnaise. Yeah, and this is the bicarb soda. You need to mix this with vinegar, and even you can put a little bit of dishwashing soap or laundry soap to just make it soapy and clean the things. You know, you can put Dettol disinfectant, because you do need a disinfectant, but to keep it natural you only need vinegar, bicarb soda, and also maybe some rose water. So that'll be natural. You can add other things to it. Basmati rice, artichokes. I've not tried artichokes, so I wanted to try artichokes, so that's why I bought artichokes. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. And then these are my herbs. So these are what is going into my mix. Our mix continues. The one I said I'm going to freeze into ice cubes, along with that ginger and turmeric and all those other spices that I showed you guys. These are the rest of it that I'm going to add. So all these will be going into my diet. So once I freeze it and turn it into ice cubes, all I need to do is just, I'll be blending it all together. So everything will be there. So all I would need is just 1 or 2 ice cubes in each dish, and it will contain all these ingredients in it. So how does that sound? I've got thyme. I don't know if I'll be making a video of me blending it. I've got lemongrass, So everything I bought it in its natural form like this. Curry leaves, because once you just blend and keep it, it will last for few dishes, you know. And I've got coriander. Coriander is good. I heard it will remove all the metals and heavy metals that are in food items. So consume this coriander. And also tamarind is good. I'll be adding tamarind into this too. Sage. Sage is good to burn around your house to remove negativity. So I buy the dried sage to do that in between and clean the house. It's like burning sambrani or incense. So different elements, you know, you have fire element for cleansing, you have water element like going to the beach or salt water to clean up your house, and you have the air element such as incense and burning such things that you can use as smoke to clear your house. It's good if you know how to make natural incense with sandalwood and things like that. I don't know, but yeah, so I buy the sambrani, you know, they use the sambrani cups made of cow dung. So those are all healing, because some people even live in houses that are rubbed with cow dung, because cow eats herbal stuffs, I mean grass and herbs, and its dung is healing and purifying energetically. I think it might have high frequency or something, I don't know, but people used to live in cow dung pasted houses in the past, closer to nature. Luxury that they call is cemented rooms, but usually, you know, most poor people, at India, they stay in cow dung pasted houses. So yeah, we don't have that available anymore. But I would love to sleep at least one night in a cow dung pasted house where the walls are all pasted with cow dung. So yeah, some mixed veggies that won't be going into my paste. This is just to cook, so it's not for my ice cube thing, concussion that I call it. So yeah, I'm going to add this into my ice cube. So this is the lime leaf, kaffir lime leaves, and rosemary. See, so I'm going to add all that. Cranberries, I love cranberries to put in my rice when I cook, and I love this particular Coles brand of cranberries because they are nice and sweet, especially when I make it with jasmine rice and some ghee and a little bit of salt and cranberries, and then put it all in the rice cooker with water and boil it. You will get nice tasty rice. Parsley, so all these are going into my ice cube concussion. Every dish will have all these ingredients, just imagine that. And including lime, I will put lime juice. Lime zest is also good, but I'm not sure about the zest because I don't want pesticides of, like, you know, if pesticides were sprayed on it, I don't want it to go into my food. But I will put the zest, probably not a lot. And lemon too, lime and lemon. I didn't want to decide between both. I thought I'll get both. So all these are going into my concussion, guys. Maybe I should make a video to show you how I'm going to do it. I'm also going to add garlic. And yeah, I also have, yeah, cucumber. These are raspberries. Look at these raspberries, everybody. So raspberries will go into my ice cream with cream cheese. And so if you want to know how to make ice cream, just look at my avocado ice cream video. So I put avocados, cream cheese, and the same way I'm going to make this, you know, with some raspberries and apple and cherry. And I will put the cream cheese and some jaggery for sweetness, and then you get ice cream. You put it into ice cream mold, so you can put it into a tub and freeze it. You get an ice cream tub. Oregano. So everything I bought the leaves, see, not dried, just fresh leaves, and just blend it and put in the freezer and it will last. And papaya and onion. So that is my shopping today, everybody. So yes, mainly I wanted to show you these little things that I've been doing, that, you know, I'm changing my lifestyle slightly. You can't get rid of all the toxins, but you can do things that would help to even eliminate it, and that is good for you. Even, you know, if you have pets, having little bit, just not a lot, because everything in excess could be toxic. So you need to either listen to your intuition or consult with a health professional. Don't listen to what others are saying and do, okay? So don't listen to this and just go and do and think it is right for you. It might not be. So do what is right for you, what your inner voice is saying. So I usually have a little bit of papaya seeds, because especially I have a pet dog. When you have dog, you have to worm the animal. The dog's saliva is not good. Don't let the dogs lick you, because it can be very bad and harmful. So their saliva has a lot of parasites. So sometimes you need to do parasite cleanse. I like to go natural ways. That's why I'm going to put cloves and everything into my concussion, because cloves are good to remove parasites. The same way garlic is good to remove parasites, and the same way papaya seeds in very small quantity is good to remove parasites. So if you have these in your daily diet, it is also eliminating parasites in your system. And that is why I have this sort of a grocery shopping done today. They all came to 330 something dollars. Of course, I'm not happy with the Greek yogurt. If I knew it was a Greek style, I would have bought the cheaper one, so that would have saved me a bit more money. And if I knew the bottle came with white caps and not blue caps, I would not have bought that, and that would have saved me some more money. But it's okay. I mean, it could be processed or it could be filtered. Let's just hope that it is filtered and not processed with chemicals. And yeah, ideally, if you can get bottles with blue caps, please buy only bottles with blue caps, because that's what they say. I don't know. I mean, they can again trick you. They can change their ways. It's all about control and fear. But one thing, even in the Bible, it says more than 300 times, in this world when you live, do not fear, do not fear, do not fear, do not fear, do not fear. Okay? So live life to the fullest. Even though when you look at these type of things, you want it to be natural and it's not, and it irritates you deep within your soul. Go with it. But believe that, if you believe you're eating amritam, which means the fountain of everlasting life and youth, that is how your brain chemicals will release. If you believe you're eating poison, that is the chemicals your brain is going to release. So bless your food, pray over it, wish it good luck, eat it with good intention. So intention is very powerful, guys. So keep your intentions authentic and nice, and all these will turn into holy foods. Okay, that is our belief. That is what we trust in, what we put in to our body. We honor ourselves. Here's my lemongrass. So all this are going into the concussion recipe. Meantime, guys, I also messaged Uber Eats saying that, regarding the items that I received. So they're saying that their goal is to deliver products and services at higher standard. They would feel the same way if they were in my shoes. As I mentioned, the Greek yogurt shown in the photo is different. So why would they show it in the photo? If they showed in the photo it was Greek style, I would not have bought Greek style. I don't want to pay money to get something that looks like something, but it is not that thing. It's not original, it's duplicate. See? So if we were in a shop, we would not buy it. And if I bought what I saw in the photo, this is not what they showed in the photo either. So that's not right. And even with the bottles too, if it was white cap, I would not buy those bottles. Why would I spend money to buy those bottles? I would have bought the bottles with a blue cap. So that's what I told them. So they need to make the same shopping experience for people who buy online as well, right? Okay, so this one I will make a milkshake. This cucumber I will put with the chicken with mayonnaise, these pickle mayonnaise, and I would make sandwiches. Seafood, I didn't buy any seafood. Only crab was there. That was not expensive because I want to buy barramundi next, and I want to buy squid and oysters and things like that. But today is not seafood day, but I just got crab. And this one, I don't know, guys, it doesn't even taste that great, but I put it in rice. It's slightly sweet. Put and cook it with rice. I don't have any other seafood that I bought today. No prawns. Prawns I try to stay away from. Usually I prefer fish, but yeah, to get fish I need to go to another supermarket like Harris Farm or something. Today I tried the crab. So this is the canned crab. It's sweet, so I put it with the rice. It's not the full crab. It's not seafood. It is canned, so it's not even frozen. But it's put with preservatives, and during war times people tend to go to canned food, so yeah, guys, we have to do with what we have. I do want to purchase full fish. I love fish. I love eating fish. Then squid. I haven't had squid in a long time. So all these things I keep for when I go to Kochi, Kerala, God's own country, my hometown and motherland. I love having crab and everything over there. And I stay away from prawns because they eat all the dirt. I stay away from pig or pork because they're not good. Like I'm Chinese zodiac snake. It's not the best for me. So I try to stick to beef because it's closest to ox, which is in our triad, and chicken because rooster is in our triad in that according to Chinese horoscope astrology. So yeah, and that too I boil it with water, pinch of sodium bicarb, little bit of apple cider vinegar. I stick to, when cooking, I stick to apple cider or red wine, and then just boil it. Throw that dirty water. You don't know what's all in there, who all handle it, how, what, where, when. So throw that dirty water and then cook it, so then all the excess grease and everything will just go away, and you have what is left is not contaminated as such. Because one day I had this mincemeat without even throwing the water, and myself and my son felt it was too greasy, because we are used doing it this way. So we cannot, once you go this way, you can't go back to the past how things used to be, because you feel the difference. So it's always good to fast. Fasting is the best way for you to detox yourself. So do that. You don't always have to eat. You don't need to live to eat. You're eating to live. So just eat sufficient enough, but different varieties. Like you can see all the different varieties. These are not my whole shopping. I also have a lot of nuts, Brazilian nuts, pistachios, walnuts, almonds, even peanuts. So do have a mix, mix of fruits, mix of berries. Do have a variety of diet, but the quantity is very important. Don't overstuff yourself. You don't need to overstuff, you know what I mean? Just eat what you need. That's it. Give the body time for digesting, time for healing, recovering. You don't always need to stuff yourself and become obese, where your digestive system is sluggish and it doesn't have time to cleanse and clear. Give it time to relax too, especially when you're sleeping. It needs to relax. So empty yourself when you're sleeping. When you wake up, don't eat first thing in the morning. Give yourself time. Let that fasting take place on a daily basis, at least. It's called break fast. So give it time. You can even have brunch instead of just breakfast, unless you're doing something. Like if you're doing something like sports or something like that early in the morning, which my son is going to be doing, then yeah, you can have a little bit, but have healthy, natural. By healthy I mean natural, because it's very hard to find totally healthy, totally natural things, but maximum try to stay natural, okay? And be safe out there, guys. It's uncertain times, a lot of things, social media. Do your research. Don't blindly follow things. Trust your instinct and your intuition and your inner voice. That is your biggest compass and the guide that's spiritually given to you. But sometimes, even if you feel you're wrong and doubting yourself, pray to the divine God Almighty and ancestors to guide you. That's all you can do, because life is a journey, and you can just only do so much. So do your best. That's it. Rest everything. And yeah, follow medical advice. I don't know how. I'm not honest in saying that, because the medical system is also like a business, right? If you go to a dentist, they'll unwantedly want to take your teeth out or do root canal, because otherwise they don't get business. What's the point? So find a person who is in those professionals, who are genuine, not just for money, and who are genuine and a humanitarian healer. So good luck finding that. It's not easy to find genuine people these days, let alone genuine people in these professions, because they don't want to run out of business. So always use discernment wherever you go. That's all I have to say. Everything in moderation. Use discernment. I'm saying this because the other day I went just to get my routine teeth cleaned. See my teeth, I get it professionally cleaned. That is important. But then they try to force me to do the x-rays and things, which is unwanted. I don't need to put those rays into my body if I don't need it, unless there is an issue. So, but they want business. And that's what I don't like. I don't like the pressure. It should be our choice. Even they took away my wisdom teeth. Like I used to have an ancient times wisdom teeth. They even took that out. Why is it called wisdom teeth? There's a reason for all this. So don't take out your wisdom teeth unless it's needed. These people, they just want business. But use discernment. Don't follow every video. Don't believe everything. But do what you feel is right. Don't let somebody pressure you into things. ആരെയും നമ്മളെ അടിച്ചമർത്താൻ, അവരുടെ ഇത് വെച്ച് അടിച്ചമർത്താൻ സമ്മതിക്കരുത്. If your inner voice is saying something is not right, do listen to yourself too. Listen to yourself more than you listen to others. Do that much. Okay? But if I don't know, I'm no one to give advice, but I'm just sharing what I do. That's all. Okay, it might be right, it might be wrong, whatever it is, I am ready to face the consequences. But I'm just sharing what I do. I'm not telling anybody else to do what I do, because that is your free will, and I don't like to meddle with others' free will. So I'm no one to give advice. I'm just sharing my life. Just take it like that. Only reason is because we all different, we all unique. What is right for me might not be right for you, because you might be different to me, because nobody is the same. So that's the reason why I cannot tell you do this, do that. I can only share what I'm doing, and you can only take what resonates with you, because only you know what resonates with you, and that your inner voice and your surroundings and everything will guide you through that. Okay, Aryan is busy making his what's it called, tuna sandwich with mayonnaise and cucumber. Yeah, and some butter. Also, this is the butter we are using, guys. We got it from Aldi. It only has milk. If it has oils in it, don't use any chemicalized vegetable oils and all the oils that are bad for you, seed oils. Use only, you don't need oil in butter. Okay, butter should be butter. It should only have milk, and that's it, mostly. And maybe milk byproducts, some milk products. So if it has anything else like oil and things, it is not butter. So look at the ingredients. Buy only the simple ingredient butter. This is what we are using now. So you get this at Aldi. And yet, despite they saying it's all natural, they have put it only as a 1-star health star rating. What does it even mean? So what have they put that they haven't concealed that it didn't get a 4 or 5 stars? Oh my goodness, I don't know. Hope all of you enjoyed this lovely video. Take care. Love y'all. Bye bye.